5 things that have made me awesome. Do something creative every day. The smaller, the better. Being a creative person is something that is essential for me because if I'm not being creative, it will eat at me and these ideas will just eat at me until I start feeling bad about myself or I start trying to somehow stop myself from feeling that way or fill in the void otherwise. So for me, doing something small every day. Right now, I'm working on a book, and every day I try to write one sentence, something really small that I can just do that tells my brain I am a writer. I write, this is just how it is, nothing else to it. That leads me into the second thing that makes me awesome. James Clear says, never miss twice. If there's one day when I don't write, that's okay. Just don't do it 2 days in a row. That's how you go from starting a diet and seeing progress. But then once you eat the sugar, you spiral and you lose hope and you just never go back on that diet again. That allows you to get back on the path that you want to be on without drowning in self doubt. Number 3, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. I moved to New York because I met this guy. We became infatuated with each other and he invited me to move in with him. I took him up on that. There were a lot of reasons to not go move in with a guy into a studio that I had just met on a weekend trip, but I didn't listen to those. Here's the reason why. This guy was in New York, where all the big pond, where all the big fish in the big pond, where all the big fish in the big pond are. This guy was very wealthy. He came from a wealthy family. He was wealthy in his own right, in his home career. I aspired to be like him. So I moved in with him knowing that no matter what, even if this fails, you are going to pick up on every little thing you do, every moment in this apartment with this guy is a lesson, and you're learning from this guy. And this is a type of masterclass that's almost impossible for some people to get when you come from a different socioeconomic background. So be around people you aspire to be. That doesn't mean that you need to stick around people who don't treat you right. It's just like religion. Go in there, get what works for you, take it, hit the door. You didn't lose, you learned. And set that mentality before you go in. Know what is going to work for you. Bozoma St. John, the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, said on Aspire with Emma Green. People always ask me, Bozoma, well, should I do this? Should I do that? She said, it doesn't matter what you do. Make a quick decision and just know that it is going to work out for you because it is always working out for you because God has a plan for you. And if you go, you are bringing that plan into fruition and it will work out for you no matter what. And that is the mentality of people who get up over and over again and find what they're obsessed with and live in their passion. Number 4, physical fitness. First of all, it just feels amazing. You are sending a signal to yourself that I make myself feel good. The whole world can see it. There are so many aspects of wealth, like buying designer brands that we think are going to make us look like we're wealthier. Those things just make other people want those things. However, when you look good and you look hot, people are attracted to that. They can see it in the glow of your skin. Even if you just started your fitness journey or your health journey, and there's that extra glow that wouldn't have been there otherwise. And it also gives you that athlete mentality of the first time you do it, it's so hard, but then you get stronger and it gets easier. And something I loved from my group fitness instructors was when they would tell us, once it gets easy, that means you're not doing it right. And there's just another level and another layer, and you keep going and you keep getting stronger. And if you get out of it, you just come right back. So it applies to every area of your life. It's like investing. It's never too late to invest. You can always get back into it. One of my favorite motivational sayings is that you want everything until you lose one thing, which is your health. So, Warren Buffett, one of the most wealthy men in the whole world, he has billions of dollars. But if you are younger than Warren Buffett by a large margin, you likely wouldn't trade places with him because you have your health, you have your youth. So making sure we have that one thing, and it also seeps into every other aspect of our lives and keeps us resilient and going and sharp and focused for our business. The last thing today is failure. I have been inspired by Emma Grede, co-founder of Skims, Good American, Safely. She's on the Barack Obama Foundation board, owns a B Corp business. I am an author of the book, Start With Yourself, podcast, Aspire with Emma Grede. I am inspired by her because you look at her and you think, wow, she has it all. But this is what has changed me, is her saying, I'm the CEO. So every day, people come to me with issues, problems, all day. It's not people coming to congratulate me that everything's going so well. It's to update me on the fires that we need to mitigate. So in my life, when I feel like everything's failing, everything's going wrong, nothing feels like it's on track, that is exactly how Emma Grede feels. So there's no need to stop myself and feel like I'm behind or I'm doing something wrong. In fact, I'm probably doing something right because I'm failing more, I'm trying different ideas, I'm executing, and I'm getting real live data by taking steps in business. Whereas other people who just have ideas and create business plans, they're sitting on it. They're not getting any real data. There's no movement. And the more you fail on the next idea, the better you're going to be for the idea after that. And kind of bringing it back to my ex once again, I told him that I loved him on the beach. And we talked about this in the last video. Because I heard Mel Robbins say to Jake Shane on the Therapost podcast that you have to be extra and wild and not hold back, because when you do that, you are going to cycle through the people who are not meant for you and then get closer to being with the person who is right for you. I think it goes the same for business. When you fail quickly and you go all in and you have bad ideas, you will cycle through more issues wrong, more issues more quickly, and you'll have more problems. This is just going to get you to the next right business step for you. My ex at the time, it hurt because, he broke up with me. But the thing was, is this guy I was learning from him, and he was saying, listen, we're only 3 months in, I know, but you know right away, it's not working. Let's not waste any time. Let's cut this off. Let's end it. And it hurt. But now that's one of the things that I learned from him is we go in, we go quickly, and if you fail, you cut it off. No sunken cost fallacy. You keep moving, and you're on to the next thing. These are some lessons that I have been learning and have gotten to me to where I am today, which is running businesses, have a career, working on my creative life, and sharing this on the internet continually and always seeking the next business plan. So if you want to follow along and hear more great stuff about a gay dude who is working in business, subscribe, like, comment, share this with somebody who is ADHD like me and is obsessed with becoming a billionaire, a business person, having impact in the world. Someone who has so many ideas and they're kind of annoying. Want you to fuck up about it because that's just the beauty of an ADHD mind. We get obsessed, we pinpoint, and we execute once we can harness the power of our brain. Like, I think that saying I love you is a lot, because not everybody likes that. But I will say that I know that Mel Robbins would say that she loves you. So Mel Robbins loves you. And I'm so glad you're here. And I will be here to greet you in the next video. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you so much.